Good evening, it's Mrs. Z. Okay, today is lesson 12, grade 5, mission 1, word problem. We're going to read, we're going to draw, and we're going to write. Okay, let's see what the question is all about. Patty buys 7 juice boxes a month for lunch. So 7 juice boxes for each month. Okay, that's if one juice box cost $2.79. How much money does Patty spend on juice each month? Use area model to solve. An extension, how much will Patty spend on juice in 10 months and 12 months? Okay, so let's see, what can we do? So she buys 7 juices. So if I draw picture, I can do open number line, open tape diagram. So 7 juices. So that means, okay, I'll make a smaller 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, okay, 6 and 7. I think that will be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Do you see how now I can close? When you make open rectangle, it's easy to measure equal parts, as many as you need. So each box, this is 7 boxes, 7 boxes, and each box cost $2.79. So $2.79, $2.79, $2.79, $2. So this is if you are gonna do whole number addition strategy, so you can add all these values and you're gonna get answer. So as long as you get to the correct answer, it doesn't matter which strategy you are using, as long as you understand what the process is. So 7 boxes times $2.79. That's another thing that you can find the total of the how much money, total of the money that Patty spent on each month. Okay, so they want us to use area model. That's one strategy that we can use. So here is 7 holes. So if you do and pretend that this is 7, okay, and then you're going to have other part of area, and then you can you have to have a 3 parts, ones, tens, and hundreds. So I'm going to make ones and tens and then hundreds. Okay, and then I'm going to close the area. I'm going to use language. So this is 2 ones. Okay, this line is going to be 7 tenths. And then this line is going to be 9 hundredths. Okay, so now these are the tenths, the hundreds, the tenths, and the ones. Okay, so when you use language, it's it's important that you know 2 times 7 is 14, but what? They are ones. So I make 14 ones. Now it's the same thing. If this line is 7, so 7 times 2. And then also this is 7, but it will be 7 times 7. So I like to put little 7 here. So 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 7 is 49 what? Tenths. Tenths. Okay, and then if this is 7, so is this. So it would be 7 times 9 now. 7 times 9. 9 times 7 is 63. My kids have problem to find what the multiplication facts are. So 7 times 7, if I needed to do side, thinking, look, like this, King, okay, I can think what is 7 times 7, and I don't know, so I can do, oh, I know 7 times 5 is 35, and I know 7 times 2 is 14, so together that makes 49, so 7 times 7 is 49. By decomposing 7 into the 5 and 2. You know since second grade how to skip by 5 and by 2. And it's easy skip count by 5s and 2s to get your multiplication facts. The other strategy for multiplying by 10, you can say, okay, 9 sevenths, I don't know, but I know that 10 sevenths, look, 10 sevenths is 70. If I need a 9 sevenths, I just needed to subtract 70 minus 1 9. So that, sorry, 1 7, sorry. 70 minus 7, it's 63. 10 groups of 7 is 70. 9 groups of 7 is 63. So now 63 what? Hundredths. Okay. Now, when you have your language, you needed to change that into the standard format. So this is 14, and I'm going to use 14 wholes as 14.00, which makes that I have 14 wholes. Now, 49 tenths. If I show you how it looks like, it's a 49 tenths. Look, so you can see that 10 pieces makes a whole, and you have a 4 tenths. So that's why this is 4 wholes, and then 9 tenths is left. So this 49 tenths is 4 wholes and 9 tenths. 4 wholes and 9 tenths. Again, I'm going to add a 0 just to make hundreds. So it will help me with these hundreds to add them together. So 63 hundredths, it means 63 out of 100. So I don't have a whole 100. I have only 63 pieces. So 100 makes a whole. I have 63. So I have 0 wholes and I have 63 hundredths. So now I can add all this together. Even if I do like 14 like this without making decimal point, when I put it here, I have to do the decimal. If I did here 4.9 like this, 4.9, I can do that. And then also I can do 0 and 63 hundredths. But then number gonna be this way, which is okay. I did correct place value. I put the decimal in line. I put all the ones in the ones place, all the tens in the tens place, all the tenths into tens place and all the hundreds in hundreds place. So there are no confusion. I can add nothing, and 3 is 3, and 0 plus 9 plus 6 is 15. Decimal point is there. And then I remember I made one whole. So 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And then 1, 10. So answer is 19 wholes and 53 hundredths. To get easier, I always like to, if I have 14 wholes, I know one number is in hundreds, I'm adding zeros to make these hundreds. And if this is in the tenths, I'm adding 0. So now I have all hundreds, and it's easier to add. You can also add 0 for the 10 as well. So you will add correctly each place value without problem. All right, so that's additional. So now what we needed to figure it out, this was a 1 for a 1 month. And now the question is how much she will spend in 10 months or 12 months. So let's see how we can do that. So this is 1. So if I needed to do 10 times 19 and 53 hundredths, so this is going to be 10 times bigger. So that means that the decimal, the number going to grow 10 times. So what that means that I will have 195 and 3/10 as my answer. So that's how much money she will spend in 10 months. Okay, so now if you like to do now 12 months, you can do standard algorithm to count, or you can just add to this number twice 19 and 53 cents. Does that make sense? So to make it 12 times 19 and 53, you already know that 10 times is 195 and 3/10. So all you need are 2 groups of this number. So I can just do on the side, and let's just here. So I can do 19 and 53 times 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 5 is 10. I remember 1. 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19. I remember 1. And 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So now my problem has hundreds factor. So now it is, so 2 groups of 19 and 53 cents is 39 wholes and 6 hundredths. So now I'm just going to add to this number, and I will have my answer. So I'm going to do that on here, 195 and 3/10. I will add decimal first, then 39 wholes, 0/10, 6 hundredths. See, now I'm going to draw lines, and then I'm going to change the tenths into the hundreds. I'm gonna 39 does not have any hundred, so I'm gonna put 0, and I'm gonna add that together. 6, 3 decimal goes in a line. 9 and 5 is 14. Made 1 10. 9 and 1 is 10, plus 3 is 13. I made one more 100, and that is $234.36. So for 12 is $234.36. So now we needed to write the answers. So one of the answer was 10 months. That's the value. 12 months. This is the value. And then 1 month is this. So just important is to not lose track what the question was about. So let's see how we can write answer. Okay, so now it says, how much money does Patty spend on juice each month? So we can use the area down here. Okay, Patty spent $19. Let's put dollar sign first. $19.53. Spend $19.53 on juice. Each month. Okay. How much will Patty spend on juice in 10 months? In 10 months, she spent this $195 in 3/10 of a dollar, or 3 dimes, and in 12 months she spent $234.36. And I forget to put the dollar sign right there. Okay, here you go. So that was problem lesson 12, word problem. It was Mrs.Z. And this was all the work. We can also round this. So if you think about $19.53, so we can say 53 cents is more than a half a dollar. So about $20. Okay, that's an estimation for, and then in 9 months, it's about $195 because this is 3 dimes, and 3 dimes is 30 pennies, so about $195. And then if we round 12 months to the nearest whole dollar, it's also about $234 that she spent on a juice. Okay, she really likes juice. Okay, this was Mrs. Z. I love you, and see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.